did live in O Block for a little bit, correct?
Yeah, like I say, I used to stay with my grandma, and I stayed deaf, man. Like I say, since I left my mama crib, it was either that or I ain't staying no house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause like I said, from 12 on up, I was staying with my grandma. Like you said, I was staying in the Parkway for years. So I grew up over there too.
How long were you like back and forth between like O Block and the other neighborhoods growing up?
Like I say, by me being from like it's so close. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's so close, so bad. Like how our city's made is like you really can walk you know what I'm saying? You really can walk if you stand in the city to certain areas if you want to, for real. You know what I'm saying? So like back in my day, when you know what I'm saying, back when I was about 12, 13, we walked everywhere. Or I had bikes, or we ran bikes. You know what I'm saying? So like 5-10 blocks really ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like I just used to stay in the areas that I dealt with certain people in. You know what I'm saying? That I knew. Like I say, my grandma stayed in this area, so I grew up over here. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm dealing with folks in this area, or my cousins stay over here, so now I'm dealing with folks over here. You know what I'm saying? Or my homies and them live over here, so we hang out over here because this way. You know what I'm saying? It just all about relationships. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what was life like in O Block before, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm assuming you were there kind of before the drill scene started popping, right? If you say you were 12, 13, or was it around the same time?
No, I was in there before that started.
What was like?
But like right around the time, like a couple years right before it could start, and so I was in there like right before it could start. Cause I got like 08, 09. I didn't graduate elementary school till like 08, 09, I think.
Okay.
Or something like that.
What was life like in O Block before, like, I guess you could say the fame and all that stuff?
Any other project neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of kids just a bunch of people that stay in the community that all know each other. You know what I'm saying? It don't like people make think like in certain neighborhoods it's always drama or this because it may look like a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But like me growing up, some places like certain areas that you grew up in, these be safe places, you know, to hang out in because you know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I say, man, hanging out over there, it always been like I say, man, like any neighborhood. Like cause I come from projects. Like my first housing that I ever could remember was me living in the projects. You know what I'm saying? And that was the Robert Taylors. So for me, I always had a project feeling. It just my mother did her best to try to steer me the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I still ended up with some type of sense versus just being a nigga that's I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I'm saying?
On some hard shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said, I did have parents that did want me to steer a certain way. It's just I wanted my own route.
Okay, no, that makes sense.